Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am now requesting London District Judge, Andaman and Nicobar Island, to start the program.
Sivagnanam is going to inaugurate Vulnerable Witness Deposition Center, VWDC, Andaman and Nicobar Island in the august presence of VWDC committee member of Honorable High Court Calcutta, such as Honorable Justice Srimati Shampa Sarkar, Judge High Court Calcutta, Honorable Justice Srimati Amrita Sinha, Judge High Court Calcutta, and Honorable Justice Sri Krishna, Judge High Court Calcutta, and Judge in charge of Andaman and Nicobar Island. The Deposition Center, VWDC, has been set up on the active support and guidance of our Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Committee Member, VWDC Calcutta, and Judge in charge of Andaman Nicobar Island, which will give much benefit to such vulnerable witnesses. In our short program of virtual mode, I, on behalf of Justice of Andaman and Nicobar Island, humbly request Honorable Justice Srimati Amrita Sinha, Judge High Court Calcutta, to deliver her welcome address.
Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Sarkar, Honorable Justice Rao, who is present physically in Andaman and Nicobar right now, the registry members over here, the District Judge of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the registry of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and everybody who are involved with today's program. I extend a very warm welcome to all of you. A very good afternoon to all of you. Stop. Today is a very important day as the permanent VWDC at Port Blair is being inaugurated by the Honorable Chief Justice in the presence of all the members, the stakeholders, and everybody who will get the benefit of this system. May please ensure that the system which is being put in place today is availed by everybody. The depositions may be recorded freely without any fear, and the harassment of the litigant public is reduced to the minimum. I extend very warm congratulations to all of you to make this event successful and to make this VWDC center functional from today. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Lordship. We are obliged for Your Lordship beautiful welcome address. Now I request our Honorable Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court to make request to Honorable Justice Sri Krishna Rao, Judge High Court Calcutta and Judge in charge of Andaman and Nicobar Island, to unveil the plaque, light the ceremonial lamp on His Lordship behalf.
Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the High Court of Calcutta and on behalf of the honorable members of the VWC committee and on my behalf, I request Honorable Justice Krishna Rao, member of the VWC committee, as well as the judge in charge of Andaman and Nicobar, to light the ceremonial lamp and unveil the plaque and declare open the center.
Thank you, my lord. Now I humbly request our Honorable Chief Justice, Sri T.S. Sivagnanam, for his lordship inaugural speech on this occasion.
Honorable Justice Shampa Sarkar, Honorable Justice Amrita Sinha, Honorable Justice Krishna, the Honorable Judges who have joined online, the Registrar General, the Registrar of the Circuit Bench of the High Court at Calcutta at Port Blair, the District Judge, Port Blair, Andaman and Nicobar, the other district judges who have joined us, the President and Secretary of the Bar Association, the other learned members of the bar at Port Blair, the officers and staff of the district court, members of the press and media. Good afternoon to everybody. First of all, for those who do not know, what is this Vulnerable Witness Deposition Center? We need to explain. The Honorable Supreme Court sometime in January 2022 had emphasized the need to create a safe and protective environment for vulnerable witnesses and therefore constituted a committee called the All India Vulnerable Deposition Center and appointed Honorable Justice Geeta Mittal, the former Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir, as the chairman of the committee of the center, which was entrusted the task of establishing this vulnerable witness deposition centers in all the courts, in the district courts throughout the country. That is how this committee was constituted at the national level, and each of the high courts were directed to constitute separate committees. Over a period of, in fact, at one point of time before, when I was the AD1 here in the High Court at Calcutta, I was part of the committee and we had started the process. The greatest problem faced in Calcutta was space constraint. So out of 26 districts as of now, in respect of 2 districts, that is in 2 centers have been established with a permanent structure, building, etc., with all facilities, the one in Tamluk and another in Diamond Harbour. And in respect of the remaining 17 centers, all the district judges have taken such active role and they have provided in the available space, they have established the centers which are temporary in nature, and there is progress of the work by the Public Works Department, and very soon we will be inaugurating those centers which will be permanent establishments. Insofar as 7 districts are concerned, there is some difficulty, especially newly formed district of Alipurduar, etc., and where the building is coming up, and there may be some difficulty. But even in those districts, the district judges, learned district judges, have been proactive, and they have been using the other facilities where the vulnerable witnesses are given the adequate protection for their deposition. So, in fact, when the Honorable Chairman on the last occasion had attended a virtual program, they were very appreciative of the steps taken in West Bengal, considering the logistic situations, problems which we face in the district judiciary. So today, a couple of judges have also joined it, and in whichever districts the work is in progress, I request all the district judges to convene a meeting with the Public Works Department and ensure that the work gets speeded up. Probably now they will say until June 4th, we will not do anything. Probably soon after the elections are over and results are declared, the learned district judges may call for a meeting with the Public Works Department, both electrical and civil, so that the permanent centers in all your districts can be established very soon. So I am sure, and I am also informed that in Mayabandar, I've been informed by the district judge at Port Blair that in Mayabandar, the center is almost ready, and very, very shortly, we will be inaugurating that center. and we'll get one more opportunity to meet all of you on the virtual mode. Today, I'm extremely happy because normally such the inaugurations are done virtually. And fortunate for us, Honorable Justice Krishna Rao, who's not only a son of the soil of Andaman and Nicobar, but he is also the additional zonal judge of the said union territory. And he is also a member of the vulnerable witness deposition. So there are 3 pluses to that. So he has been able to, His Lordship has been able to physically inaugurate and light the ceremonial lamp and also unveil the plaque. And I'm sure the members of the bar will utilize this facility. And any other issues, the zonal judges are there, the district judges there, and we are all here to address the same, which definitely will make the district court complex and the other areas where subdivisional courts are there functional, and logistic issues. In fact, I had convened a meeting with the Chief Secretary of Andaman and Nicobar when Honorable Justice I.P. Mukherjee was on circuit in Port Blair. And the words spoken by him was very encouraging. And subsequently, there was a meeting where the Law Secretary also participated. So slowly, we are also addressing the infrastructure requirements. With this, I once again convey my heartiest congratulations to the learned district judge and the entire team for making this center possible, and also to the Public Works Department for creating such good facility. And as said, let this facility be utilized to the fullest extent, for which we require and solicit the cooperation of the members of the bar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Lordship. We are deeply obliged and grateful for your Lordship's kind word and valuable speech. Now I humbly request our Honorable Justice Srimati Shampa Sarkar, Judge High Court, Calcutta, and Chairperson of VWDC Committee to kindly say few words to enlighten us on this occasion.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Sinha, Honorable Justice Rao, members of the registry, learned district judge, learned judicial officers of Andaman and Nicobar Island, members of the registry in the Andamans and Nicobar Island, members of the staff who have relentlessly worked together to make this day come true. I also thank the APWD of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands who have followed the instructions of the committee for construction of this VWDC. The Honorable Supreme Court of India had emphasized the need to create a safe and protective environment for vulnerable witnesses for a long time. Different directions had been issued in several cases coming up for adjudication before the Honorable Apex Court, and special need for special centers for vulnerable witnesses in criminal cases was in order to facilitate conducive environment for these vulnerable witnesses have been thought of for a long time. Taking a holistic approach in miscellaneous application number 1852 of 2019, in the matter of Smriti Tukaram Badeda versus State of Maharashtra and another, the Honorable Apex Court expanded the definition of vulnerable witnesses and conceptualized the scheme of vulnerable witnesses deposition centers, issuing various directions for implementation by the high courts and under the able guidance and supervision of the Vulnerable Witness Committee chaired by Honorable Justice Geeta Mittal, former Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir High Court. Steps were taken by the districts and the high courts. According to the Supreme Court, the vulnerable witnesses were categorized into age-neutral victims of sexual assault under sections 273 and 327 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, as also section 354 of the Indian Penal Code, gender-neutral victims of sexual assault, read with section 2D of the Protection of Child from Sexual Offences Act 2012, age and gender-neutral victims of sexual assault under section 377 of the Indian Penal Code, read with paragraph 34(1) of the decision in Sakshi, witnesses suffering from mental health issues as per the definition under Mental Health Care Act 2017, read with Section 118 of the Indian Evidence Act, witnesses deemed to have a threat perception under the Witness Protection Scheme 2018, any speech or hearing impaired individual or person suffering from any other disability, and most of all, any other witness deemed to be vulnerable to the concerned court. So courts were given freedom to assess whether a particular witness was vulnerable and required a free and barrier-free environment, safe environment to tender evidence. Accordingly, in furtherance to the directions, an in-house High Court level monitoring committee comprising of His Lordship, the Honorable Chief Justice, Justice Sinha and Justice Rao had been initially formed. Subsequently, the committee was reconstituted. When His Lordship was the chairman of the committee, a notified notification number 3688 RG dated July 29, 2022, certain guidelines were formulated. Accordingly, the Vulnerable Witness Deposition Center Committee of the High Court started functioning and started taking steps. The baby steps initially under the guidance of His Lordship, and thereafter we have taken over to carry out your dreams, sir, and your guidance and principles which you have enunciated in the notification. In order to mobilize all the resources available in hand, the VWDC committee held periodical meetings through the virtual platform, and the learned district judges and chief judges have given us tremendous cooperation. The Public Works Department authorities have been approached through the Learned Registrar General for all furnishing of estimates and their approvals with the civil, electrical, and IT-related works. The government has been moved for administrative approval as also financial sanctions. We have moved the government through the appropriate departments and through the learned district judges for allotment of more space in places where we could not, due to dearth of space, host the permanent VWDC. But in almost all the districts, we have a temporary arrangement. His Lordship has already apprised you of that. In the event of non-availability of suitable space in many judgeships, which appear to have been a major hurdle in most of the judgeships, the state administration have been moved, and we are hopeful that we will get enough space or allotment of some area, even in other offices not being used by the state government, for construction of the center. Physical verifications have been done by the registrars in those facilities which are within Kolkata, and by the learned district judge in the districts and subdivisions. Frequent meetings with the stakeholders of the project have been conducted, and as an outcome, today we see one of the permanent structures in the Union and Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, for which we are proud. And we know that this is not the end of the journey. We have a lot more work to do, and we are continuing with it. The learned district judges who have virtually appeared today to attend this inaugural ceremony, I welcome you and thank you. And also, I hope you are motivated and encouraged enough to move forward. All of you are apprised of each of the problems that your district and subdivisions are facing, and we have already decided the time frame within which we want further reports from you. With regard to the facility in Andaman and Nicobar, just a short description. The construction was completed in the Phase 2 Annex C building at Port Blair. The construction started on December 29, 2022, and was completed on May 31, 2023. Some delay had occurred because initially it was figured out that we would wait for the construction of the lift, which took some time, but now that approval has come, otherwise also we have a separate staircase and an entrance for the vulnerable witnesses. The facility has a courtroom, the dock for the accused, separate room for recording the evidence of the witnesses, having audio-visual facility, the presiding officer's chambers. The VWDC is equipped with all ITC facilities. It has been set up almost like a prototype plan of the Supreme Court, the committee comprised by the Supreme Court. In the present facility, the accused can visually see the witness and hear the witness, and the prime object of keeping the vulnerable witness separate from the accused has been achieved in this facility. As Justice Sinha has already requested all of you to make full utilization of this facility and ensure that the witnesses feel safe and secure, we end this, I end my speech with appreciating the hard work and also requesting all of you and the other district judges who have joined us to complete the process so that this can be a success. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for your valuable speech. Now it's the time of virtual roaming of Vulnerable Witness Deposition Center of Andaman and Nicobar Island. IT team of Honorable Court is requested to play the video.
After independence, jurisdiction of the oldest High Court of India, Calcutta, was extended to establish a circuit bench at Andaman and Nicobar Islands on 2nd May 1950 at Port Blair. That was the beginning of judiciary in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Honorable Justice Shankar Prasad Mitra, Chief Justice, High Court at Calcutta, laid foundation stone of the present court building on 26th February 1973, and he inaugurated the new established court building on 7th April 1975. The Honorable Apex Court realized the need for and importance of setting up facilities catering to the need for creating a safe and barrier-free environment for recording the evidence of vulnerable witnesses, and vide its judgment dated 11 January 2022 directed to create infrastructures for establishment of Vulnerable Witness Deposition Center under the scheme at all high courts and in every establishments of district courts. The judicial system of Andaman and Nicobar Islands finally constructed the Vulnerable Witness Deposition Center under the VWDC scheme, having a courtroom, accused dock, separate room for recording the evidence of witnesses, having audiovisual facilities and the PO's chamber. The accused can see the visual of witnesses and listen to his or her testimony. The judiciary of Andaman and Nicobar Islands dedicates this Vulnerable Witness Deposition Center to general public for the interest of vulnerable witnesses. Jai Hind.
Thank you, IT team. Now I humbly request Honorable Justice Sri Krishna Rao, Judge of High Court Calcutta and Judge in charge of Andaman and Nicobar Island for delivering vote of thanks. Please.
Hon'ble the Chief Justice, High Court at Calcutta, Her Ladyship, Honorable Justice Shampa Sarkar, the Chairperson of VDC Committee, Her Ladyship, Honorable Justice Amrita, Sinha, Member, VWDC Committee, District and Session Judge, Andaman and Nicobar Island, Registrar General, the Registry of High Court at Calcutta, the Registrar, Circuit Bench at Port Blair, all judicial officers of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and the judicial officers who are on virtual mode, the President and the Secretary of the Andaman and Nicobar Bar Association, members of the bar. Good afternoon, namaskar. I thank to Honorable Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court to spare the time of his busy schedule to give consent for inauguration of VWDC at District Court premises at Port Blair. I thanks to Honorable Chief Justice to made me as a member of the committee as well as the additional judge in charge of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. I thanks Her Ladyship, Honorable Justice Shampa Sarkar, Chairperson, VWDC Committee, as she has given her valuable time, support, and guidance for establishment and inauguration of this VWDC. I thanks Her Ladyship, the Honorable Justice Amrita Sinha, member of Vulnerable Witness Deposition Committee, to support me since the beginning of the constitution of the committee and providing guidance for smooth functioning of the committee, as well as also for establishment and inauguration of the VWDC at Port Blair. I thanks the Registrar General of Calcutta High Court for making this program successful by deputing all the officers and the IT department for the virtual mode so that the Honorable Chief Justice and all the Honorable Chairperson and the member shall participate and inaugurate this VWDC. I thanks to Leonard District and Session Judge, Andaman and Nicobar Island for taking appropriate steps for making VWDC Port Blair functional. I thanks Leonard Registrar Circuit Bench at Port Blair, who was the earlier additional district and session judge at Port Blair, had supported the Leonard District Judge for made ready this VWDC at Port Blair. I thank the President and Secretary of the Bar for giving support for inaugural function of this VDC. I thank the Andaman and Nicobar administration, specifically APWD, Forest, IT Department for providing all support for establishment of VWDC, and for their support only today we are in position to inaugurate the VWDC at Port Blair. I thanks all the staff of High Court, Circuit Bench at Port Blair, as well as the registry at Calcutta, and the all officers and the staffs of the district and sessions court to make the Vulnerable Witnesses Deposition Center functional. I hope the district judge, with the help of the Andaman and Nicobar administration, particularly the APWD, Forest Department and the IT Department, will take appropriate steps to get ready the another Vulnerable Witness Deposition Center as early as possible at Mayabandar. I especially thanks to the Doordarshan personals who have made this function appear before this person and made successful this function. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Your Lordship. We are deeply obliged. Now, the end of program, I seek the permission of our Honorable Chief Justice to end the program with national anthem.
Yes, please.
वहां से चलाएंगे, IT से चलाएंगे. IT team, Honorable Court is requested.
जनगण अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, IT team, Honorable High Court Calcutta. It's the end of the program. I am taking leave from Honorable Chief Justice to end the program.
Yes. Thank you.